everyone, and welcome to this, the second of my O-Gauge updates. Before I start, I'd like to say I've been rather lucky in as much as I was able to get a couple of new coaches to fill in the gaps. These are the babies. These are Colette coaches. I'll bring that in a bit closer. These are matched rear end composite coaches. Basically you're looking at a style of coach that was originally built in the late 1930s and was in full operational use until the, I suppose, 61. I remember once actually being on one, but that was in Southern Region green, not the scarlet colour which was more commonly used during the 1950s. These are done by Lionheart Trains in cahoots with Heljan. They are fully equipped with internal lighting. You can remove the roofs from the coaches in order to gain access to the inside. I have already put passengers in here with the interior lighting on. It looks very impressive. The two of them come with a specially designed coupler at one end and an ordinary coupler for the train at the other end. I don't know whether you can actually see the sprung loaded coupler on there. And then at the other end the ordinary chain coupler which would go onto the locomotive of your choice. Don't be misled by these beauties, they're not light. In fact, when I first got them I actually put them onto the back of my 08 shunter, and even at maximum throttle it could hardly move them. It was crawling around the track as though it was on peacetime. However, I stuck the pair of them on the back of my Class 37-4, my British Rail 37-4, and it just took off like a rocket. But then I'm not surprised, that is an immensely powerful locomotive with matched twin pole motors with brass flywheels. I've incorporated into this video a short running session now that I have all of the tracks fully operational and powered up. I would also draw your attention to the photographs that you will see in a moment where I have begun static grassing the layout. Now this is very effective, but it's extremely time consuming. But the end result, as I'm pretty sure you would agree, is very amenable to look at. But there you are. Apart from that, things have been a little bit slow, largely due to the static grassing, because once you've laid it down you need to leave it a reasonable amount of time to dry. The powers that be suggest half an hour to 40 minutes, but I've found it's far better to leave it perhaps maybe an hour, hour and a half or thereabouts. I've also started populating my Halliford style halt platform. It's not complete yet, there are a lot more individuals to be added, and I've also incorporated into the back of the platform a country style car park which would have been quite common to see during the 30s, 40s and 50s. Again, the car park is empty, there aren't any cars, but we'll get to that. So on with the video. Well, there you are. I hope you enjoyed that short running session. For those of you wanting to know more, the locomotive was British Railways Class 37-4 in BR logo with the large intercity logo on the side. This particular locomotive is called Locomotive. I believe I pronounced that correct. Apologies to our Scottish friends if I haven't. This was used operationally in those colour schemes in and around the mid to late 1980s in and around the Scottish Highlands. A number of locomotives, or I'm not sure about this one, ended up in direct rail services paint jobs. That's the dark blue with the direct rail compass insignia on the side. Whether this particular one, 37408, actually got that far, as opposed to being scrapped, as so many 37s were, that's another matter entirely. As you saw, pulling the two Collett coaches, you know, there's really no comparison for seeing large-scale coaches in operation. I'm very fond of 00 gauge, but I must confess I've always had a hankering for the bigger stuff, if you'll excuse the phrase. The other locomotive, as I'm sure you're well aware, is the little 08 shunter. Over 1,000 of these were built, and I believe there's still something like 200 to 250 of them still operational. They're used by just about everybody, including private railroad companies. Even some of these charter companies have got them for moving their stock around the yard. Nice little locomotive, complete with an array of box cars, whatever, and wagons with the proverbial pillar box style guards van on the back. I believe it was known as a toad, if my memory serves me correctly. Anyway, I've prepared a series of photographs which will show you how it has developed over the past 10 days. Take a look at these. So I hope you found them of interest. That's pretty much it. I'm continuing to do the static grassing, which is going to take me a while to complete. So I don't suppose the next update will be for probably another 8 to 10 days, I expect. Before that or in place of it, maybe, I don't know. I will probably be showcasing a double set of new, I forget what they call them now. No, gone completely. A new set of direct rail wagons which I've acquired for my direct rail locomotives on my 00 gauge. So look out for that. They are rather nice, rather flash, and very indicative of modern design technologies. Anyway, enough of that. I hope you've enjoyed this second update, and again I wish you farewell and a very good week to come. Bye bye.